talking about the twins are coming. They're coming. Twins, 2. I got 2 babies. Babies inside of my belly. So hello, I'm Sarah Collins. Welcome to my channel. And we're talking about twins. Today is a personal catch-up day. I am pregnant with twins, if you missed that from me saying the word twins and 2 over and over again. So we're going to talk about how we found out we were having twins, answer all of your questions about that because it turns out people have tons of questions when you're having multiples. We're going to talk about how it felt and where we go from here, where I go from here. So how did we find out we were having twins? Well, we were trying to get pregnant. When we got pregnant with our first son, we were able to get pregnant pretty quickly. And so we didn't know if the second time around it would happen as fast or if it would take longer. So we started trying and we're fortunate enough to get pregnant pretty fast. Within, I think, the first month or 2 of trying. Sorry, there's a dog bone here. Look, this dog bone matches my coffee cup, kind of. Okay, hi Teddy. Goodbye, please. So we were able to get pregnant within the first month or 2. And we were really excited about that. My husband and I had wanted to have our children pretty close together, and so our son was almost a year when we started trying, and we found out in December that we were having another baby. So we were very excited. It was very early, but we told our family at Christmas time. We got Henry this cute little onesie that said, "Santa's promoting me to Big Brother." And it was a cute way to tell our family that we were expecting a little baby come the end of summer in August. And so, you know, fast forward a few weeks and I start feeling really sick. And with Henry, I had a pretty easy pregnancy. I felt a little nauseous, tired, a few headaches, but nothing really terrible. With this pregnancy, I was noticing significant differences. I was totally unable to brush my teeth, throwing up while brushing my teeth. Just thinking about things would make me puke. I puked when taking out the diaper bin once. I don't even know if I could smell it, but I was just thinking about the smell of the diaper bin. So I had to like run to the bathroom and throw up. I didn't make it, so I threw up on the rug. And I was just having headaches and I was so tired. And so I think it was 7 or 8 weeks we were along, and my doctor had me come in for an ultrasound. And at the ultrasound appointment, that's all it was. You know, we're sitting there, and this is gonna get, if you've had a baby, it will be no big deal. If you haven't, you might be like, what? Excuse me? They do the internal one with the thing that totally looks like a dildo. Essentially, I mean, that's what it is. Just for a different purpose. But she did the internal one at first and she didn't say anything. She said, oh, I want to try the external one, the top one on top. My husband and I both kind of looked at each other like, I hope everything is okay. And so when she was on top, she was like, oh, this is legit how we found out we were having twins. She said, well, there are 2 babies in here. That's probably why you've been so sick. What? Okay. I just start hysterically laughing because that's how I respond to these things. I'm like laughing uncontrollably, crying at the same time. I think I just kept repeating, how did this happen? How did this happen? My husband was just sitting there like this. And he was like, of course it is. It was surprising for us. So twins run in my family. My grandma on my dad's side was a twin. So I've known that it was a potential, but no one has had twins, so I didn't think like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna have twins. And we have a lot of friends who have twins, so we are surrounded by many sets of twins, and so it seemed unlikely that we would also be having twins. I just, you know, I don't know, you just don't expect it. It was totally unexpected, and so we were just shell-shocked. I mean, my first reaction when she told me that, she was like moving the thing on my stomach and I could see the 2 sacs, and I literally had this feeling like, is there another one in there? Like, I just, like, this fear. And so, you know, I called a bunch of people, family, very close friends. I was freaking out. It took me forever to get a hold of my mom and dad, and I was just like, I need to tell my mom this. And I think everyone I called, I just was like, I'm having twins. This is an emergency. Ah! And everyone laughed. People thought it was very funny, and I'm sure that it was. But I was having a mini panic attack, I think. So people, you know, will always say, oh my gosh, are you so excited? It's so amazing. And honestly, like, truth be told, I was not excited at first. I mean, I don't think you can ever predict how you would feel in that situation. But I wasn't. Even though I had joked around with my husband, like, oh, what if it's twins? That would be cool, because we sort of have been in this land of, do we want 2 kids or do we want 3 kids? And I was like, well, if the second one's a boy, maybe we'll try for a third. My husband was like, no, we're sticking to 2. So this was like, I only have to be pregnant twice and we get 3 kids, yay. But my initial reaction was fear. Fear, anxiety. My first son, Henry, came 6 weeks early, and twins are known to come early anyway, so I had this fear of, can I carry these babies successfully? Can I keep them healthy? This is a fear I still have. I'm only 15 weeks along. I had the fear of, like, can I handle this physically, carrying 2 babies? I had the fear of, I remember the newborn stage for Henry very well. It was only, you know, not even a year ago. What does that look like with 2 babies? Plus Henry is still here. I have to take care of him. He'll be, if they're born when they're due, he'll be 19 months. So that's 3 babies under 2. It just sounds like a lot of work, you know? So there's been a lot of fear and anxiety, and at first that's all I could feel. I mean, honest truth, I wanted to be excited and I wanted to be happy, but the first couple weeks of knowing that we were having twins was so much anxiety. I didn't know, what did this mean for my business? I've built this business. What happens to that? What do we do for daycare? Do we do daycare? Do we get a nanny? Is our car big enough? What, you know, just like all of these questions, I want to say at a high level, it feels like it wouldn't matter that much. Like, oh, lots of people have 3 kids. But for some reason, going from 1 to 3 is just like, it doesn't seem like a big deal until it's happening to you, and then it like rocks your world. And it was really hard for us in the beginning to wrap our mind around twins and what that meant for our future. I felt sick for really the first trimester, just nauseous, headaches, really tired. I couldn't do a lot of working out, just really not feeling like myself. I'm also a really positive person, and I was just so overwhelmed with what was gonna happen that it just felt it was a hard time, honestly. And the other thing that's hard about being newly pregnant that people I think don't talk about is most of the time in society we wait until 12 weeks until we announce to the world that we're pregnant. And those are the hardest, in my experience, those are the hardest weeks of being pregnant. And so not only are you pregnant and maybe experiencing morning sickness or exhaustion or whatever it is, but most of the people who are around you don't know. And I am an open book, and so not having my network of humans know was hard, and to have to deal with not only this future child but future children, it was a struggle. And I think that I just want to hug moms or soon-to-be moms who are in that place, because those first 12 weeks can be hard physically, emotionally, and mentally, and you often are doing it in isolation or with just a very small group of people, and it's hard not to have people know. So at least for me, that was my experience. That's how I felt. However, we have come into the second trimester. I've been feeling a lot better. I still have days where, for whatever reason, my head hurts super bad or I feel really nauseous, but for the most part, I have more energy back. I feel like I've gotten a handle on it. I know, what I need to eat, what I need to drink, which is all of the water. I just feel like I've gotten a little bit of a grasp on it, and because of that, I feel some excitement. Some of the, oh my gosh, we're gonna have twins. Like, it's really exciting. It's like you're a part of a club that you didn't know that you wanted to be in, and now you're in it, and it's like really cool and it's really fun. And so I get to be a part of this twin club. I get to be a twin mom, and I get to have these two babies. So it's exciting. I'm starting to get excited, starting to think about, what do I want the nursery, what do I want the nursery to look like? I'm starting to think about what kind of clothes are we gonna buy. We'll find out the genders in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So I will of course share that with all of you. But I am really excited to see what it looks like. I'm still super afraid. Don't get me wrong, the fear is real, but it's also starting to get exciting as it gets closer, and time seems to be going faster this time. My first pregnancy, I felt like I was pregnant forever, and this time I feel like we're really chugging along here. If you guys don't know about passion tea, hold on, I don't want to drop my cup. You know about this? Can we get that? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Tazo, come back to me. Tazo passion tea, caffeine free. You guys, it's like literally a purple drink. It's so good. You should. Not an ad, not an ad. You should get it in your life. So we know we're having twins. Over the initial fear and shock, now on to just the really deep penetrating fear and shock, and a little bit of excitement. So what does this mean for me and my business? So I have a career coaching business. I work with individuals to help them figure out everything from what do I want to do with my career to how do I land that job, working on resumes, cover letters, interviewing skills. But I also do speaking engagements. So I started doing, going into businesses and different organizations and associations and conferences and doing workshops on a variety of professional development topics. I'm a certified strengths coach, so I have that. Plus I'm a career coach, so I know a lot about navigating careers, and just also doing some motivational speaking, which is really exciting for me. So I have actually stopped taking new career coaching clients. I'm still continuing to help the ones who I've had that I've been working with and I've been committed to, but I've stopped taking new clients as I figure out what does this look like. I'm getting a demo video made here in the next couple months, which will be able to help promote my speaking engagements that I will be booking for the future. Hopefully booking. And I'm working on some workbooks. So because I have all of this knowledge about resumes and cover letters and interviewing, job searches, I've decided that it would be good to have something available while I'm MIA and surrounded by diapers and breast milk and all of those things. So I'm in the process of making, right now I'm starting with the resume workbook. It'll be basically a brain dump of everything that I know about creating a really powerful resume, and also a workbook so people can use it as a guide when they're creating or updating their resumes, your resumes. This is for you. So that will be available. I want to also do one for cover letters, one for interviewing, and one for job searching. We'll see if I get all of those done by the time these two little babes make their appearance. But that is my plan. So the coaching side won't have me, at least for the short term. I won't be available to coach people one-on-one live right now. But I will still be continuing to do speaking engagements. It's nice because coaching is very time consuming. I put a lot of my soul and energy into individuals, and while I love that, I'm just not gonna have the time or honestly mental capacity to do it with 2 newborns and a 19-month-old. I'm just trying to be realistic here. So I do want to continue the speaking business. Probably once the twins come, gonna take a hiatus, a long maternity leave to get me to 2020. But in 2020, I want to be able to get back out there and start speaking to people. I have a couple of talks that I do right now for conferences and organizations if you're interested. One is called You Are Enough, and it's really geared towards female audiences, people for different businesses, organizations, conferences, really empowering women to take the things that have happened to them that can hold them back, the limiting beliefs that we have, and deal with those, make those a priority in your life so they don't become barriers in your life, and move forward and knowing you are enough to accomplish your goals. You can reach your dreams. So I have that talk that I've done before, has been very, very powerful. And then I have another talk that's really geared for universities and colleges, so working with those young students. And that talk is called Lessons from a Former Party Girl. And it's all about how the key to your calling might be hidden in your extracurricular activities. So how can you take the things that you do for fun, the things you did in high school, the things that you find energy in now when you're not at school, you're not at work, and how do you find the key skills and the key talents that are keys to what you should be doing for your future career. So I have those 2 talks right now that are available, and I will be having hopefully more. I also will tailor content. So sometimes people want me to come in and do workshops, staff development workshops a lot of times, whether for just sort of a retreat day or a professional development day. So a lot of times I work with the organization to see what they need and tailor content for them based on what they want. So my hope is that the twins will come very close to their due date and not super early, so August. And I will spend August to January of 2020 buried in diapers and breast milk and loving up on all the baby cuddles. And then in 2020, I will start opening up for speaking engagements and doing things again, and we'll see where that goes. You know, my main objective is to just keep doing something. I know, and you should know this too, I'm a better mom and I'm a better wife when I'm a better me. And to be a better me, to be a better me, I have to still be me. I have to do what makes me feel alive. And while cuddling my babies and being with my husband makes me feel alive, I'm more than that. And I'm pregnant, so that's what this is. But you're more than that too. And you have to give yourself some time and space to be that. And while it's gonna look different, and for me during this time, it's gonna be a smaller piece, it's still an important piece. And I can't predict the future, and I can't predict how these twins will come into this world, and I can't predict how I'll feel when they're here, and I can't predict what my life will look like. Neither can you. Whether or not you're pregnant or you're a mom or whatever, we actually don't know what the future holds. I just have like a much larger, more obvious question mark, but you also have a question mark. So my mantra is just keep going. Keep trying. One foot in front of the other. One thing a day for me. For my business, for what I want, for who I am. And I know if I can do that, if I can at least try to reach for that, then I can show up as the best mom, as the best wife, as the best coach for somebody. But I need to show up for me first. And that's really hard. It's really hard. And it feels really selfish sometimes, but it's not. So I'm trying to remind myself of this every day, that to be the best for my family, I have to be the best for me, and that it's not selfish. In fact, it is selfless. And I want you to remember that too. As you go out, whether you're a wife or a mom or a girlfriend or a worker or a volunteer or a student or a grandma, whatever you are, you have to be you before you can be the person that they need you to be. So I'm just remembering, just don't stop. Just don't stop loving yourself. Don't stop thinking about yourself. Don't stop giving to you, because you are important, and without you, you're nothing to anybody else. So you have to be you. So I don't know what the future looks like. I don't know what it holds. I don't know how I'll handle it, but I just want to go into it with an open mind that I will handle it, that I'll show up for it, I'll be there for it. And I know you will too. So if you haven't heard it today, you are enough and you are worthy to be a little selfish, to think about yourself. And it'll make you better to the people that you need to show up for. That got heavy! Whoa! Did not start this video thinking I was gonna cry. Okay. So now you know, twins. Twins are coming. I'm having them. They're in my body. They're taking over my life. It's exciting and petrifying, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna hopefully continue to show up for you, but not in that order. Probably, how should this go? Some combination of show up for my children, show up for my husband, show up for myself, maybe reversed, I don't know. How's that work? How's that combination work? And then show up for you. So that's what I've got. That's what I have. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for sticking around to the end. If you saw me cry, then I know you were really here for it. Please subscribe to my channel. This is where that you will find out all the life updates. You will find out lifestyle updates, mommy updates, and career coaching updates, because I still am that. Still have all that knowledge and expertise. Can't get rid of it. That's the cool thing about education. Can't lose it. Ba ba boom. I don't know why I said baba boom. Anywho, okay, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go.